everyone. This is Pranshi Verma from ABES Engineering College, Ghaziabad. In this lecture, we will discuss the topic shorting, comparable interface, and comparator interface from Java Collection Framework Unit 4 in the subject Object Oriented Programming with Java, VCS 403. Now, let's get started. Sorting in Java. Sorting. What is sorting? Sorting is the process of arranging data. Data means any values, any elements in a particular order. Typically, its order may be ascending order or maybe descending order. And in the data structure, you will learn different sorting methods, binary search, linear search, so on. If I'm talking about Java Collection Framework, the Java Collection Framework provides two built-in methods for sorting, and they are array.sort. This method is used to sort arrays. And then we have second method, that is collection.sort method. This method is used to sort list. Now let's talk about how to sort data in Java. So sorting can be achieved in Java using two primary methods, and they are first one natural ordering and second one we have custom ordering. To perform natural ordering in sorting, we use comparable interface. And to perform custom ordering, we will use comparable interface. So here in this video lecture, we will discuss comparable interface and comparator interface in detail. Let's move forward. Let's start with comparable interface. The comparable interface is used to define the natural ordering of object of a class in Java Collection Framework. It's a part of the java.lang package and it provides a single method that is called compare_to method, and that must be overridden to define this order. Please listen to me very carefully. It's not the part of java.util package. It's a part of java.lang package. Now, here is the definition of comparable interface. In this, first we have the compare to method. Now, compare to method compares the current object with the specified object for order. And in this, it returns a negative integer. When it returns negative integer if the current object is less than the specified object. Now, it returns 0 when 0 if the current object is equal to the specified object. Your third condition is it returns a positive integer. When a positive integer returns a positive integer if the current object is greater than the specified object. So here is the definition of comparable interface. Kindly note it down and please use it in your examination. Now let's discuss a code example of comparable interface in IDE. Here is the code of sorting using comparable interface. In this, first we have our package, that is unit 4 underscore CATL. Then we import some necessary packages from the package java.util. From java.util package, and here first we have array list is used for dynamic arrays, and then we have dot collections, java.util.collections is used to provide static methods for operations like sorting. Let's move forward. Here we have class that implements comparable interface. Here the class has two fields. First we have roll number and then we have name. Next, here's the constructor to initialize roll number and name for each student object. Now it's time to add an override method. Here is the override compare to method from the comparable interface. And this method compares a student object by their roll number. Next, we have again a override method. And here, the toString method is to provide a string representation of the student object. It will display the roll number and name. Now let's create our main class for this code, that is public class main, and inside it our main method, that is public static void main. This is the main method that is entry point in this particular code. And then create an array list of student objects and add three students to the list with the help of .add method. Here we are adding three new elements here, that is name and roll number of a student three times. Now sort the students. Sort the list of a student using the collections dot sort method. And this method uses the compare to method defined in the student class to sort the students by roll numbers. Next we have print a sorted list of student. So how can you do it? You can do it with the help of for each loop. How? Loop through the sorted list of students and print each student object using the toString method. This example demonstrates how to implement the comparable interface to sort objects naturally by their roll number. So now it's time to run the code and let's see the output in natural sorting order. Here is the output of our comparable sorting example. In this, first we have roll number 1 and their name Bob, then roll number 2 and name Charlie, and here roll number is 3 and name is Alice. Please look at this output. Here, this data, that is array list data, is sorted via the roll number. So first we have roll number 1, then 2 and then 3. It follows the natural order as here we are used comparable interface to create sorting in roll numbers in the data of array list. So here is the output of our code. Let's move forward and discuss comparable interface in Java. Let's understand comparator interface. The comparator interface is used to define custom order. That is, custom sorting orders for objects are present in any data structure, any class, any interface. Unlike the comparable interface, which defines a natural ordering, comparator allows you to define different sorting orders in it. Here is the definition of comparator interface. In this, first we have a public interface, that is comparator, and it's compared to object, that is T of order T of object 1, and then it's compared to another object of, that is object 2. Here the comparator interface is used to define multiple ways to order objects of the class. Here it provides a method, that is compare method, to compare the object, that is object 1 and object 2. And it's also provide a method, that is equals method, to check of equality of the objects are present in any class or interface. Now let's move forward and discuss a code example of comparator interface in IDE. Here's the code example of sorting using comparator interface. And in this, first we have our package name, that is unit4 underscore CETL. This is used to group related classes together. Now, let's just import all the necessary classes from the java.util package. And first we have array list, then we have collection, then comparator, and then comparator class. Here Array list is used for dynamic array. Then collections provide a static method for sorting. And then we have comparator. Comparator is used for custom sorting. Now let's start our code. First we have tiny class named student1. Here, two fields are available in this class student1 and they are roll number. And here data type of roll number is int, and then we have name, and data type of name is string type. It includes a constructor to initialize these fields and now overridden method that is toString. This method is used to provide a string representation of the object. Let's move forward. In roll number comparator class that implements the comparator interface for a student object. Here, compare method compares a student by their roll number. And then we have define, and then we have a overridden method that is compare method. The compare method compares a student by their roll number. Let's move forward. Now comparator to sort by name. Here we have the class that is named comparator that implements the comparator interface. And here the compare method that is, and here a overridden method that is compare method. This method compares students by their name. Now define our main class of this code that is main1, and inside it we have our main method which is the entry point of our code, and then inside it create array list to student objects to created and populated with 3 students. And here we are just add some data into the array list with the help of .add method. Sort by roll number. Here we are sort the list of a student by roll number using the roll number comparator. Prints the sorted list with the help of for each loop. Now sort the student array list by a name also. So how can you do it? We can do it with the help of dot sort method. And here we are using the name comparator method to print the sorted list, and a for loop to print all the elements are available in the sorted list. So here is the simple code example of comparable interface. Now it's time to run the code with the help of run button. Here is the output of our code. In this, just see, first we have sorted by roll number. So here these all values are sorted by roll number and names are not sorted here because here data is sorted by their roll number. So first we have roll number 1, then 2 and 3 and corresponding name. As I already discussed with you, with the help of comparable interface, we can create custom order in sorting. So here we are creating another order here that is sorted by name. And here values are sorted by name, not via roll number. So first we have Alice, as Alice is start with A, then Bob, and then we have Charlie. And roll numbers are not sorted here. So it's all about comparable interface example and their code. You can use it in your examination and prepare well for your examination. So it's all about comparable and comparator interface in Java. Here, these are the references are used to design this lecture. Thank you so much for your patience listening. In the next lecture, we will discuss the last topic of Unit 4, that is properties class in Java. So stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching this lecture.